Hey everyone, my name is Kevin, and today I'm going to be talking about yet another live-action film, but instead of it being Marvel, I'm actually going to be talking about something outside of something different other than a superhero film, and it's called Escape Room. Now, Escape Room is a film that is pretty much designed for a team of characters trying to unlock series of puzzles in one room to get to another one in order to escape. Now, this film actually reminds me of Saw, and similar to this, you get kidnapped and you're forced in a room, and you have to finish puzzles in order to escape. Now you see why I think it's somewhat of a ripoff to Saw. Yeah, I thought so too. Now, why did someone just go ahead and make something close to Saw? Well, I'm not so sure, but in my opinion, how did I feel about this film? Well, for one, it was actually pretty good. Each room that they end up in, and each death that happens, or at least before it happens, always gets me in the edge of my seat, eating all of my popcorn in theaters, and I was wondering if they were going to escape. Now, I'm not gonna tell you guys what happens in the end, because I want to spare you guys the details, because I don't want to ruin this film for you. This is just like a review / discussion. So, how did this film go? Well, in my opinion, I think it did pretty well, but they could have made something original instead of making it after something. I mean, like, sure, Saw is actually pretty much a different type of horror film, because you're trying to escape someone who puts you in a room, and if you don't, you'll be stuck there forever. Now, in Escape Room, that's entirely different. Now, is there someone behind this? Yes. Is he willing to kill you? Well, no, it's more like a challenge of some sort. And if you pass, you get rich, you get paid tons of money. Now, in Saw, when you escape, you just have freedom. That's pretty much it. Like, that's all you get. You don't get money, you don't get something in return. You just be free. That's pretty much entirely what this film is about for Saw. Now, again, this studio didn't have to make something that Saw tried to do, and that's exactly what the studio is trying to do. It's trying to do what Saw did and make it new. Now, how they did it wasn't exactly somewhat my cup of tea, because, like, yeah, sure, it was enjoyable, but it's not like a film that you guys will see me talk about, like, every time I come back to the channel. Like, I'm not obsessed with the film. I just wanted to see it so that I can talk about my opinion. And after watching every trailer in the entire movie, it's just so much of a rip-off to Saw. Now, I have to admit, the actors who play in this did actually act like they were in actual danger. Like, well, they're actors. Of course they're going to act like they're in actual danger, but they did it so well. Now, the actors in Saw, in their later films, they don't really act like they're in danger, but it still acts like they are. But in Jigsaw, they did it much better, because, like, how it was executed. Now, and back to the escape room, what they're trying to do is accomplish what Saw did, because Saw is like a series of movies where people are trying to escape a room, and that's exactly what Escape Room is. But I'm not exactly sure if they're going to make, like, sequels, because based on the ending. So I guess they are, but it's going to be a long time before we actually see a sequel to this. But I don't really want to see a sequel where a bunch of people are trying to escape a room, because, like, Saw has already made that. Like, the creator or the owner of this movie can just decide if he wants to make another movie, and they don't really have to actually make another Escape Room sequel, because, like, they already did. And in my opinion, I think that now that I'm thinking about it, I think this genre is not exactly a horror film, but it's more like a drama mystery, because, like, there is drama and there is mystery in this film, and it does have somewhat of a feel of a horror movie when you really think about it. Like, if you could take your kids to watch this, and they'll start yelling and they'll start crying or something, Now, just to let you know, if you guys are into films where it's not scary, but it plays the same role as somewhat of horror movie does, then this movie is for you. Now, if you're someone who isn't into that and you really want to just keep seeing more and more traps, killing people, then you guys should just go ahead and watch Saw. Now, I'm actually going to be done talking about this film because, like, I'm going to just go ahead and say that this film did actually do well. It did actually make my day. I'm going to give it, like, at least a 9 out of 10 because, like, it could have gotten a 10 out of 10 if it became some other film, but it was kind of copying Saw, so there's not really no reason for me to actually put this up to a 10 out of 10 rating. So that's why it's at like somewhat of a 9 out of 10. So with that out of the way, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kevin, and I'll see you guys next time with another video in a few minutes.